Please
He's not
give
used to
John
working
an
on
ulcer.
island time, you know.
I don't see
Please
why.
give him
He's
an
from an
ulcer.
island too, isn't he?
I'm not sure Britain and Hawaii count as the same thing.
Adam,
He's from an island too, isn't he?
Adam, it's not the same.
Hella. Alright. So, tutor, exercise. Cool?
Sure.
We're going to review the
Cool, I don't
Please,
care. Stay for the lecture.
I don't Welcome. Well, but by the way, my name's...
Yep, we know. Thank you.
Get out of here, Alvin. I'm so betrayed by you.
Adam is perpetually late, just like me! I have punctuality issues.
I'm John. I'm the nag.
For me, it's because of my ADD. So, like, when I'm getting ready to go to somewhere, I'm, like, running around the house, double-checking. I make sure I have everything I need, and, like, then I waste, like, 10 minutes running around trying to find everything.
I get very anxious about being late.
I get very anxious about being there.
I also feel that.
It's kind of stalling at the same time.
The drive to the studio is uneventful, but it's already 2:55 when we arrive. Oh, do we even need this scene?
Yeah, Dale is going
Okay.
to get us our job with Matthew, remember?
Oh, yeah, but I'm like, okay. John rushes out to meet us as soon as we step into the studio.
There you are. What kept you?
We're not late yet.
John's expression tightens.
Ready by 3 doesn't mean arrive at 3. Studio time is expensive, and the photographer is a busy man with a tight schedule.
John sighs and adjusts his hat. Adam.
The lecture will have to wait. Don't dally now.
Adam and I hurry to the makeup station and I begin working.
Why is he so uptight about this?
Probably because it's his job.
He needs to relax. We got here on time, didn't we? Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Oh, how should I respond? We lectured him last time.
Do you want to try something different?
As long as it won't affect Matthew or how Dale sees us.
I literally have no idea.
Let's tease him.
Maybe not, but if you keep this up, you'll give John an ulcer.
Please
He's not
give
used to
John
working
an
on
ulcer.
island time, you know.
I don't see
Please
why.
give him
He's
an
from an
ulcer.
island too, isn't he?
I'm not sure Britain and Hawaii count as the same thing.
Adam,
He's from an island too, isn't he?
Adam, it's not the same.
It's not the same. Either way, it would probably be best if you try to arrive at least a little earlier to things like this. For John's sake.
Adam sighs and nods grudgingly.
Fine, for John's sake.
He stands and stretches.
Let's not keep John and Mr. Photographer waiting any longer, yeah?
We walk to the main area and greet the photographer.
Good of you to join us.
Finally, I thought you'd be a no-show.
Oi, I'm here already. Yelling isn't gonna get me here any sooner.
I'm afraid you're definitely late.
John casts a sidelong glance at me.
You weren't distracted by anything, were you?
Excuse me?
Excuse me, John? I tighten my jaw but decide not to take his baited words because fuck
Got a little
you.
caught up in a game I was playing. Shawn had to remind me it was time to go.
She did?
I hide the smirk on my face. Take that, John.
You didn't assume anything else, did you?
Not really.
Liar, you piece of shit.
You fucking
You
pinstripe
judgmental
piece of
fuck.
shit. Judgmental 35-year-old not getting sleep, wrinkled eyelids, fucking fedora fucker, madman asshole. John responds placidly, but he avoids making eye contact with me. That's right, you look away.
Yeah. Ha! Take that, fucker!
Ha! Take that!
We're ragging on him so much, but I have no idea
That's
how
enough
his root's gonna
socializing,
be.
kids. Palm
Look,
tree,
I'm
go
just,
stand
I'm
over
gonna,
there.
There's always someone I have to rag on. You know that. I'm like, do I rag on anybody in Cinderella Phenomenon, actually? Because I love
We rag on
Ruffle.
the dad.
Oh,
We say the dad's
Okay.
a bad dad.
well, that's legitimately me being angry at him because I feel like he's a bad dad. The photographer points at a white backdrop lit by a row of angled bright lights.
Palm tree? You mean me?
You're a tall, skinny thing with a bunch of leaves sticking out the top. Of course I mean you.
Adam makes a face, but he complies with the photographer's instructions. As he poses for the camera, his expression takes on a tight, unnatural look. Is he nervous? His whole body looks really stiff. The photographer sighs.
Come on, Palm Tree. Where's that island charm I keep hearing about? Loosen up.
I'm trying.
Well, trying sure isn't getting you anywhere. I thought Hawaii was all about relaxing.
And I thought being in the big city was all pollution and car accidents.
Now that's just a lie. Although we do like to go out and mug each other just for fun.
Too bad. We don't invite muggers to all the volcano luau's we have every day.
Can I mug John for fun? As Adam and the photographer snipe at each other with mock insults, Adam's posture relaxes, and he's soon back to his cheerful self. John chuckles.
Dale knows how to get a good shot in, photography-wise and other.
Dale snaps one shot after another, timing each click with Adam's movements. Occasionally he asks for a specific pose, but most of the time he simply engages in Adam in lighthearted banter.
All right, take a break, get a drink, or do some stretches, or something.
Sure thing. Be back in a few.
As Adam strolls off, Dale lets out a long and mournful sigh.
Poor kid. This industry's going to eat him alive.
He'll learn. We all started out like that.
He's got a stubborn streak, John. He'd rather fight back than play the game.
Game?
Dale and John turn to me, surprised. I think they forgot I was here. Dale smiles apologetically.
Being in the entertainment industry is cutthroat. Your brother's a little too laid back to keep up an ongoing career.
Oh, we're not related. I'm his makeup artist.
He's
Really?
not our brother, you sick fuck.
Does that mean he thought that John was implying incest?
Dale immediately turns to his camera and reviews the photos he just took. Finally, he lets out a low whistle.
You're good. Where'd you study?
Nowhere really. My mom is a professional makeup artist and she trained me from childhood.
Well, you've got the hand of a seasoned pro. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It's very kind of you to say that.
Hey, are you free next Tuesday? I've got a shoot in the morning that needs an artist.
You know it.
Oh, I guess I can make it, but surely you can hire someone else?
Sean, it's not good form to suggest someone else for a job you can do.
But why me?
I like your work, and you're not a terrible person.
Fair enough. He rolls his eyes.
And considering the job, I'll need someone I don't hate.
That's not a very encouraging thing to hear.
It's only half a joke. I'd love to have you on board. I think your style is just what I need for next week's shoot.
Hell yeah!
Except,
Well, if you really like my work, I'd be happy to come next week.
That's great. I'll send you the details later. All right, Palm Tree, break's over.
Adam jogs back to the photo area looking a lot less uptight than he did earlier. Dale immediately revives his snappy banter with Adam, taking photos of opportune moments when in their discussion. The second half of the session passes even more smoothly than the first. Dale has already built up a good rapport with Adam in such a small amount of time. I've seen photographers at work before, but no one as fast-moving or easy to get along with as Dale. It's making me a little nervous about the job next Wednesday. If there's someone out there who can't get along with Dale, I'm a little apprehensive. Well, it's too late to back out now. Just hope it works out.
Alvin, our last, and good, fair the...
Fucking nerd.
Cute nerd!
You betrayed me.
You know, I've always, not understood your beef with TAs. But then I realized it's probably because I went to art school and all our TAs were just other classmates who just took attendance for the professor and that was it.
Yeah, sometimes they're usually grad students, which I mean, grad students can be like your age or they can be like 40 or something higher, so I don't know. He has a
Yeah,
I don't know.
really have experience with normal colleges.
At this point, I've accepted it. God damn me. Oh, am I reading this?
Do we want to skip it?
I mean, we don't need to. I mean, we're not on Benito.
Hey,
This doesn't tell us
Benito,
anything
we
about.
already smooched you.
Yeah. Well,
We love you. Eat some snacks. Get your
Well,
vegetables. I say that as someone who never eats their own vegetables, so just do what I say, not what I do.
This again. Oh, poor baby. Of course you're not a monster.
I placate him with an overly sweet tone. I hold up a bottle of foundation.
Now, if you can be good, Auntie Shawn will give you a piece of candy.
Benito claps his hands and cheers.
yay, candy!
Okay, that's a little too weird.
Yeah. Hey,
What should I do with my
John!
Saturday?
Oh, right.
Lloyd. Lloyd.
So you,
Lloyd's our boy.
Um,
Shut the fuck up, John.
well, we heard back from the higher ups. They
I'm gonna be
liked
honest,
cops and robbers,
it's
but
gonna be
they
really
wanted
hard to
be
get me into John.
different. What exactly do they mean by different? Should we set it on the moon?
You know full well what they want different, mate.
And I'm not changing that. Selena stays.
Then you're at an impasse.
The network doesn't like Selena?
Oh, they like her well enough. They just don't want an action show led by a woman.
Oh.
If we want them to pick it up, we'll have to add a male character to work with her.
But that ruins the entire point.
John sighs and rubs the bridge of his nose slowly.
I know that, and you know that, but the execs don't see that. All they see are formulas.
What sort of formulas?
Lloyd waves his hand dismissively.
They want us to include a major male character to lead with Selena.
But it's likely they'll ask us to set up a romance between the two of them to move the story along.
Which is even worse because the sexual tension hook is only good for a couple seasons. Then it kills the story.
The show inevitably spends more time on the relationship than the main story.
I turn back to my soup to allow myself a moment to think.
When you were filming, there was something about a serial killer she was hunting down.
Yeah, it's the overarching plot. Every episode she gets another clue. It ties the series together.
Would it be possible to make him a bigger character from the start?
How do you mean?
Split the time between her point of view and his. Show what he's up to. Instead of her finding obscure clues, make it more like a cat and mouse thing. Focus on their conflict from the start.
Sean knows how to write TV. Sean knows what's up.
It would give you a male lead, but Selena's character would still be the way you planned it. There's, an independent route where you don't date anyone, but you can become a TV producer.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Lloyd and John are staring at me. I slouch down and try to hide behind my bowl of pho.
Sean, you're brilliant! Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
It is a rather cunning solution.
I blush and poke at my noodles with my chopsticks.
Thank you.
Lloyd drums his fingers on the table. He looks thrilled.
Okay, let's rethink this. I wasn't planning on really introducing this guy until the season finale.
Lloyd and John begin trading off a series of rapid-fire ideas.
Maybe he killed her family.
But she survived.
And she left him with a scar.
On his face.
When she was still 16.
Which is why she became a cop.
And she's the only known survivor.
He disappeared for a while.
But just resurfaced for reasons unknown.
And he wants revenge.
But so does she.
She publicly stated she was coming for him.
Online.
And he responded.
With flowers.
She burned them.
They talk online all the time.
You're going to play him.
What?
You're going to play him.
Lloyd chuckles. Oh,
I told you I'm trying to take a break from acting for a spell.
John!
don't cry, baby. Lloyd sounds like a 10-year-old begging for ice cream.
It has to be you.
Has to be?
Well, yeah.
Lloyd pokes the table despondently.
I thought we made a promise.
And here it comes.
Besides, you said you didn't want to be associated with the knight anymore. Be a villain, and it'll break the hero stereotype. And whether you want to admit it or not, acting is your heart. You miss it.
John groans.
You're not going to stop until I say yes, are you?
Oh, you know me so well. Sean, college. And thank. See you on set.
Cool. We should try that this route.
We should probably actually use that. Well, that's to be expected.
We'll sleep?
Sleep. Yeah.
Hey there, stranger. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Any questions?
Good morning.
I greet Dale cheerfully as I enter the studio.
Oh, for now.
Oh, good. Dale's expression looks like a mix of dread and annoyance.
What's wrong?
He forces a laugh and shakes his head.
Everything. Now, put on a good smile.
The door to the studio opens to reveal an elegant woman with a stern look on her face. Her gaze moves quickly, and precisely across the studio she examines everything. Things appear to be satisfactory until she lays her eyes on me.
Dale, who is this?
Madeline, this is Sean Gooden. She'll be the makeup artist for today.
Madeline strides across the room with quick, precise steps. Her shoes tap against the hard floor in perfectly timed beats. I've seen that stride on the catwalk more than once. There's no doubt she's had extensive experience as a model.
How old are you? Where did you train? What are your credits?
I'm 18. I trained under my mom.
Dale,
Dale tightens his fists, but he responds in a curt, professional voice.
Her work speaks for itself.
I don't want some child who learned how to put on makeup from her mommy. This isn't prom night.
I step towards Madeline and look her in the eye.
I also worked as assistant makeup artist on the Ancient World movie along with its sequel, Forbidden Island.
Madeline arches an eyebrow.
2 films?
And I recently did work on a pilot presentation for Lloyd Newton.
The atmosphere suddenly warms and Madeline's expression turns sweet.
That new show they're talking about casting soon? Oh, sweetie, why didn't you say so? It's a delight to meet you.
Madeline turns back to the door.
Matthew!
Matthew? Don't tell me!
Hey!
God, he is tall. A tall, slender figure appears at the door.
Yes, Mother.
Mother! Clasp my hands over my mouth to keep from screaming. That shy kid is related to this woman? Madeline waves him over.
This is your new makeup artist, Sean Gooden. She works with Lloyd Newton. Isn't that exciting? Come greet her.
Matthew glides across the floor towards me. His steps are as perfect and precise as his mother's.
Hi?
I offer him a handshake. He takes my hand in his and lifts it to his lips. With a gentle bow of his head, he kisses the back of my hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Gooden. I look forward to working with you.
He releases my hand slowly.
All right, now that introductions are out of the way, let's get to work.
Dale turns to Madeline.
Let's look over the plans for today's shoot, shall we? I'm sure Sean can handle her side of the job.
Madeline hesitates for a brief moment before following Dale to the shooting area. Is she still unsure about me? I turn to Matthew.
This way, I guess.
I'm in your capable hands.
Oh, yes, you are. Matthew sits at the makeup station with a single fluid motion. He looks at me expectantly. Begin my work in silence. He sits calmly, following each of my requests to turn his head or close his eyes. Everything he does has a cool, polished air to it. Is this really the same guy who was tripping all over himself at the mall the other day? Should I strike up a conversation?
Mall?
The mall.
Hey, about the other day?
What about it?
Matthew looks me in the eye coolly.
I just wanted to say sorry, you know? I mean, you seemed kind of,
I wasn't.
Okay.
He glances at his reflection in the mirror.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Thank you for your excellent work.
No, thank you for your excellent face. Matthew stands and, okay. I follow, trying hard not to look too confused. Madeline is currently scrutinizing my work. After several agonizing seconds, she nods her approval. Dale looks visibly relieved. I get the feeling she's a hard woman to please.
Gee, what gave you that idea?
Matthew takes his place in front of the camera and poses with a practiced ease. Dale snaps a few photos and Matthew picks a new pose. Unlike Adam, Matthew needs no coaching from Dale. Every move he makes is elegant and comfortable. The photo shoot proceeds quickly, with a sense of learned efficiency. Madeline occasionally calls out commands, but Matthew carries most of the power himself. In front of the camera, he looks so calm and in control. Wow, he really is a professional. Dale lowers his camera.
Take 5.
Matthew nods and leaves the set. Madeline takes the opportunity to approach me.
I love your work, honey. You're very talented for someone your age.
Thanks?
No wonder Lloyd chose you to work on his show. That's very exciting, isn't it?
I decide not to mention that I only worked with Lloyd because he was desperate. If she's choosing to extend an olive branch, I'll take it.
It was interesting.
I heard they don't have a full cast for the show yet. Did Lloyd mention who was handling the casting?
He hasn't said anything about it.
Madeline purses her lips thoughtfully.
Well, next time you see him, you might mention that Matthew is undergoing acting training.
Ha! And there's the sales pitch. I shrug.
Sure, next time I see him.
When am I ever going to see him again? Ha! Madeline's expression resembles that of a satisfied cat that has finally put a mouse out of its misery. Not a mouse.
Oh, you
Jesus
are
Christ.
so sweet.
Matthew returns, and Madeline immediately turns her attention back to him. Now that she's secured a promise from me, she ignores me for the rest of the photo shoot. Honestly, the lack of attention comes as a relief. The photo shoot draws to a close, and Madeline and Dale inspect the photos together. I return to the makeup station to gather my things and find Matthew there, picking up bits of loose trash and throwing them away.
Oh, hey, want some help with that?
He turns to me and his face lights up red. There
No,
you are, my little
I can handle
Matthew.
this.
So it is the same guy I met at the mall. He begins to fiddle with his vest, absentmindedly buttoning and unbuttoning it.
You must think I'm a terrible person.
No, baby. Huh?
You're not terrible, you're just a model. He casts his eyes towards the ceiling.
Well, when I'm in work mode, I get really focused, you know?
I do.
Oh, right. Sorry. I didn't do anything offensive, did I?
No,
Weird.
of course
yeah,
not.
but not really offensive. Although I don't know why you treated me like a stranger.
Oh, Mom doesn't like it when I meet new people, especially girls. She thinks they'll only try to use me, so I kinda didn't tell her about you.
Wow.
Sounds like
Well,
a
I have a
very
guess
healthy
first.
family relationship.
I have a guess where his fear of women comes from.
What about your girlfriend?
Nicole's an exception.
Is she the daughter of a famous director or something?
What?
No,
No.
she's my sister. Matthew frowns for a moment before realization hits.
She wanted you to introduce me to a director, didn't she?
Yeah, I don't know how to break it to you, but Lloyd's new show hasn't been greenlit yet. There's a good chance it won't even happen.
That's okay. I like modeling, but I've never been that interested in acting.
Oh, good. That saves me a guilt trip or two.
Matthew laughs.
You felt guilty?
Well, yeah. It's sort of like making a promise knowing I can't keep it. And I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up for something I can't deliver.
That's nice of you. You're really nice.
So are you.
Oh, thanks.
Matthew, we're leaving now.
I'm gonna pinch your cheeks. A brief look of panic flashes across Matthew's eyes.
I have to go.
Yeah, I know. Take care.
You too.
Dale approaches me as I watch Madeline lead her son out the door.
Ah, congratulations. You survived.
It wasn't so bad.
He sighs and fiddles with his camera.
Madeline was a professional model for many years. She insists her children follow that path. And while I appreciate that she wants them to succeed, her stunning lack of trust in my skills is grating.
I think my connection with Lloyd mattered more to her than my actual abilities.
Hey, if it gets her to like you, then it gets her to like you. It's not easy to impress Miss Midnight herself.
Midnight.
Madeline Midnight, original face of the Midnight Cosmetics line.
That was the original Midnight Girl? I use a lot of her products.
You and every other professional in this city. Anyway, good work today. Hope you don't mind if I call on you for future assignments.
I'd be honored if you did.
Then I'll be seeing you around. Take care, Sean.
Later. Hell yeah, got the muns!
Got the money, money, money. $300 always funny, funny, funny.
It's good.
Love you, Benito, but we
Everything
already
is-
touched
I don't
your
know
butt
when they'll
and
want-
smooched you and hugged you, and it was nice.